Hey, it's Adam with Productivity Academy. Welcome to the live Q&A. This is episode number 85. I am on the road today, so that's going to be part of the theme. I got a few questions we're going to go over, but real quick, if you haven't yet joined the Real World Productivity Group, you can do that. Either if you're watching live, you can find the link. If you're checking out the replay, you can find that down below. Got to answer a couple questions to make sure you want to be in a group about productivity, time management, team building, automation, all that sort of good stuff. But you can do that right there. So today I wanted to cover real quick travel routines since I'm on the road and in Denver, flew out here this morning. I think that's a good one to cover. A little bit talk about feeling or not feeling productive, and then we'll see answer any questions as we have time. So first, like I said, was having a travel routine down. I think that this is really important. A lot of times we get stuck in a situation where it's all or nothing, and this was something I had to develop for myself and have helped with other people, as well as this idea of not worrying if I've got 5 minutes this morning or something came up. That's normal. Things happen. That's life, right? You deal with problems, you overcome the obstacles, but set yourself up for success by saying, hey, here's my minimum kind of requirements. If I'm on the road, especially, or I have a lack of time because of something happened, that I'm going to accomplish these things. And for me, that's like 30 minutes of activity, no matter what. Doesn't mean I can't do more, but I'll go for a walk or a run, do that. And then I've got a short list of other things like some push-ups and some sit-ups. And then from there going in and saying, I'm going to do my daily review. And it may be on like the back of an envelope. It might be on my phone. Doing that, but I still go through, and it may be abbreviated, but I'm going to hit those points of going through, collecting in the things I need to do from Todoist, from my notebook, from Evernote, and then prioritizing, kind of batching those out and just planning out my day and saying, okay, I've got 2 or 3 hours maybe because I'm on the road or I've got meetings or, again, whatever it is, I schedule around that, get that done. And that may just take a few minutes, but going through that process and, again, being consistent about it, and building that up is really going to help you, and it helps you deal too with 2 other areas where when you tend to go on the road, you're traveling, or you have things come up and you feel like you just get out of sync, you're off your routine. It helps you just keep that going because even though maybe you're doing an abbreviated or a shortened version of it, you're still keeping that habit, you're still hitting the really important parts, which for myself, you can tell by what my travel routine looks like. Getting exercise is really important. If I get that exercise, I'm more inclined to eat healthy while I'm traveling, and then I'll still do my daily review because that's part of it, which means that my schedule is better, and you just get that snowball effect of kind of helping to stay in the good routines. And then when you get home or get back or whatever it is, it's not that jarring transition where you feel like you've got like a travel hangover and you're totally out of whack. You can just step back in. I'm not saying there won't be a transition period at all, but it really helps make that a lot smoother, keeps you on top of things. Secondly, I wanted to talk a little bit about feeling productive. And a lot of times, you'll see comments or people will say, I'm not productive. And first of all, that's BS. Everybody's productive at times. They're productive in different ways. But just remember, don't assign that to yourself. Whether by watching this video, whether by doing your daily review, whether by trying to do your daily review, trying to improve it, you are productive. You're getting things done and you're working on it. And it's important to keep that in mind that we all stumble. I mean, there's days where I don't want to do a daily review, and luckily over time that's becoming fewer and farther between. But there's just days sometimes I'm like, man, you know what? I'd really just like to not do my daily review and just take the morning off and screw off, but I can't. I've already made commitments, and it's important that I follow through with them, either because it's business needs to run, or I've committed to spending time with somebody. I'm not going to go back on that, but just keeping those promises and keeping up with it is just part of being productive, and just thinking, even if I don't do everything that I thought I would do, you can still call yourself productive. And I want to be in that frame of mind instead of being negative with myself and saying, hey, you know what, I'm not productive, because that isn't true. There's days we all have that are good and bad. There's things that affect us, and it's how you move forward, and those systems and processes you put in place now or in the future that are going to help you become more and more productive, as well as better managing your time, building better teams. And there's no finish line. There's no, hey, I reached 10th level black belt productivity, I'm done, right? That's not the way it works. There's ebbs and flows, and over time we just try to improve and get better. So I just wanted to remind everybody about that. Don't beat yourselves up too bad. Pat yourself on the back. If you're checking out the video, that means you're doing something positive to try to improve your productivity, whatever it is around that. So congratulations. And since I am on the road today, I am going to wrap this one up pretty quick today, so this is going to be it. If you ever have any questions, you can join the productivity group, the Real World Productivity Group. You can find the details below if you're checking out the replay, and if you're watching on YouTube, you can hit subscribe, stay up to date with these, as well as other videos, app reviews, all that sort of good stuff. So that'll do it for this week, and I'll see you next time.